Hello and welcome to the Commander's Quarters, your Magic the Gathering source that helps you command your budget. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. We also have a ton of brand new t-shirt designs in stock, so make sure you check out those as well. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support. Hey everyone, Mitch coming in from the Commander's Core studio. Welcome to the show. Well, this final day after spoiler season was supposed to end has been quite eventful. I mean, we've gotten some incredibly powerful spoilers and leaks, and yeah, Smuggler's Share. If you have not seen that episode yet, check it out. This card is going to be incredibly expensive. I mean, maybe not Smothering Tithe level, but maybe, or maybe close. Who knows? Also, make sure you check out my episode on Denry Clint, Editor-in-Chief, and yeah, this one took about 3 seconds to break because, well, you'll see when you watch that episode. But also make sure you check out my most recent episode on Lagrella the Magpie, and yes, this is finally the perfect commander for one of my favorite deck builds of all time, and yeah, I literally couldn't have designed it better. Well, maybe the text could have been changed just a little bit to make it easier to read, but you'll see when you watch the episode. But this episode is about absolutely none of those things. This episode is about Giada, Font of Hope, and this very well might be the best angel ever. So what does this commander do? Well, let's jump into it after you thank Eddie. Don't blame Eddie, or maybe you can, but yeah, thank Eddie for Eddie's hard work during spoiler season. He does a lot of things for this channel, so yeah, thank Eddie in the comments below. And now with that said, let's jump into it. So, Giada, Font of Hope is a 2/2 angel with flying and vigilance that costs 1 and a white. So, that's already pretty good, and we're just getting started. Each other angel you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it for each angel you already control. My goodness. So, yeah, Angel Tribal just got a fantastic new commander, and wait, there's still one more line of text. Tap, add white, spend this mana only to cast an angel spell. Okay, now we're done with all the text, outside of, the flavor text, but my goodness. So this is a low to the ground commander that we can get down on turn 2, and, yeah, it's a flying vigilant angel that we, swing with on the next turn, and then we can still utilize it, even after it swings, to tap for mana to spend to cast angel spells. And then when those angels come into play, they get larger based on the number of angels that we have. This is an angel commander that utilizes angels in a way that really we have never seen before, because this can make use out of some angels that really don't see a lot of play in other angel decks, because a lot of decks like the big splashy giant angels that cost a ton of mana, but this one's like, no, yeah, just give me a bunch of low to the ground angels, and there are a ton of fantastic low to the ground angels that do some incredible things and that will really shine in this deck. So you can consistently get your commander out on turn 2, and then get maybe another angel or 2 out on turn 3, or, get an angel that costs 4 out on turn 3 consistently. And again, the more and more angels that you get in play, the more massive your new angels are coming in. So yeah, I really like the design of this commander, and yeah, I think a lot of Angel Tribal fans out there are going to be very excited about it as well. And yeah, okay, I mean, needless to say, obviously it's a fantastic, absolutely incredible Angel Tribal commander on its own, but yeah, it's also incredible in Angel Tribal decks, of course, because, I mean, this does a ton for them, being flying, vigilant, low to the ground, essentially a mana dork for angels, and pumping all your angels a ton throughout the game. Now, before we jump into the cards that work well, though, in a Giada deck, I just want to mention that those cards are also in a link in the description below, because some of you out there have been asking for those links, and there you go. When a new commander is spoiled, sometimes it gets really popular really quickly, and sometimes cards that work well with that commander go up in price. So sometimes it's better to buy those cards sooner rather than later. And now with that said, let's jump into it. Again, this is a low-to-the-ground Angel commander that can really make those other low-to-the-ground Angels really shine, like Segovian Angel, Youthful Valkyrie, and Sarah Avenger. Segovian Angel is a 1/1 with Flying and Vigilance that just costs a single mana, but again, keep in mind that adds to your Angel count, if that's, a term now essentially, and yeah, it's going to get larger with the more Angels that you have in play. Or at least I should say, when it's coming into play is what I mean. And obviously, if you get this down, even with just your commander in play, then yeah, this is just a 2/2 for 1 mana with Flying and Vigilance, so there you go. But of course, later in the game, if you say have, 6-7 Angels in play, and you pay 1 mana for this, that's like an 8/8 Flying Vigilant creature, again for just 1 mana. Next up, an Angel that can get absolutely massive with this deck is Youthful Valkyrie. It's a 1/3 Angel with Flying that says, whenever another Angel enters the battlefield under your control, put a ++1 counter on Youthful Valkyrie. So, not only does this just get massive when it comes into play if you've already got a lot of Angels in play, but the more and more Angels that you get into play, this just keeps getting more and more counters. So, yeah, this can get pretty ridiculous, especially for a 2-mana card. And then next up is Sarah Avenger, a 3/3 Angel that does have Flying and Vigilance, but does have a restriction as well. You can't cast a spell during your first, second, or third turns of the game. So our first turn, yeah, we're probably never going to be able to play this anyways. Our second turn, well, that's reserved for our commander. And then our third turn, okay, we have to wait off on that turn. But after that, yeah, this is a low mana investment for a very effective Angel. And chances are pretty likely we're going to have some other plays on turn 3 anyways. Because there might be times where we want to drop a 3-drop Angel, even though we can use our commander for mana if we really want to, but we might want to use it on something else. But yeah, a 3-drop Angel like Righteous Valkyrie, Resplendent Angel, and Resplendent Marshal are incredible in this deck. Righteous Valkyrie is a 2/4 Angel Cleric with Flying that says, whenever another Angel or Cleric enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. So first up, yeah, that's going to be incredible with this commander because, again, our commander is having creatures come into play with a ton of counters on them, and we're going to be gaining an absurd amount of life with this. But it doesn't stop there because it also says, as long as you have at least 7 life more than your starting life total, creatures you control get +2/+2. So this is a 3-mana Angel that can come down, get massive thanks to our commander, gain us a ton of life throughout the game, and pump our entire team even more. Yeah, sign me up for that. And then Resplendent Angel is also fantastic, a 3/3 Flying Angel that says at the beginning of each end step, if you gain 5 or more life this turn, create a 4/4 white Angel creature token with Flying and Vigilance. So again, in combination with something like Righteous Valkyrie, that can be very easy for us to meet, at least on our turn. And of course, if we have any life-linking Angels, we can also meet it on other turns too. And speaking of lifelink, by paying 3 white, until end of turn, Resplendent Angel gets +2/+2 and gains lifelink. So yeah, that can be a solution if we really want to make that Angel token. Which again is going to enter with a ton of counters because keep in mind our commander does not specify non-token. It does not. And then Resplendent Marshal can also be great in this deck, a 3/3 flyer that says when it enters the battlefield or dies, you may exile another creature card from your graveyard. When you do, put a +1 counter on each creature you control other than Resplendent Marshal that shares a creature type with the exiled card. So whether this comes into play or dies, we can get an extra counter on every single one of our Angels just by exiling an Angel from our graveyard. Or at least I should say every other one of our Angels. It doesn't go on Resplendent, but that's okay. So yeah, we've got plenty of effects in this deck that, well, can pump all of our Angels throughout the game and make them even larger than they already were when they came into play, already pumped thanks to our commander. Speaking of which, how about Angel of Jubilation, another fantastic Angel, a 3/3 flyer that says other non-black creatures you control get ++1, and players can't pay life or sacrifice creatures that cast spells or activate abilities. So, obviously, I mean, this is going to pump our entire team outside of Angel of Jubilation, and yeah, I mean, this can shut down certain strategies. Aristocrat-style strategies are very popular in Commander, and this just basically says, yeah, you're not sacrificing creatures for those abilities, so no free sacrifice outlets for you. And then Angelic Field Marshal is a 3/3 Flying Angel with Lieutenant that says as long as you control your commander, Angelic Field Marshal gets +2/+2, and creatures you control have Vigilance. So this 4-mana Angel is going to hit even harder with our commander in play, and on top of that, we can swing freely with all of our Angels, which now have Vigilance, so yeah, swing out and keep your creatures back for blocking too. Another great 4-drop though is Linvala, Keeper of Silence, a 3/4 Angel with Flying that simply says activate abilities of creatures your opponents control can't be activated. This shuts down a ton of things. I mean, this shuts down Mana Dorks, so, we've got a Mana Dork commander, kind of in a way, and our opponent's Mana Dorks can't do that. And of course, there are plenty of commanders out there that have activated abilities as well, and other creatures just in general that do too, that, see a good amount of play. So Sorry, that shut down because we just decided to get this angel out. Now at some slightly higher mana costs, I mean some 5 mana creatures as well as a 7, which isn't a 7 mana cost creature, but we'll get to that here in a bit. Yeah, Sigarda's Vanguard, Archangel Thune, and Sephara Sky's Blade are fantastic as well. Sigarda's Vanguard is a 3/3 flash and flying that says when it enters the battlefield or attacks, choose any number of creatures with different powers. Those creatures gain double strike until end of turn. With all of the counters that we're going to be getting on these angels, they're probably going to have some pretty miscellaneous powers. Which works great with Sigarda's Vanguard because, yeah, we can essentially double up their damage by giving them double strike. And again, keep in mind that's on ETB or attack, so yeah, we can just keep doing this quite a bit throughout the game. Next up, Archangel Thune is fantastic in combination with some other life gain effects that we've talked about before, but yeah, it's a 3/4 flying with lifelink itself, and on top of that, whenever we gain life, we get a +1 counter on each creature we control. When set up properly, this can get really out of hand. And then Sephara Sky's Blade does cost 7 mana overall, but it is a 7/7 angel with flying and lifelink that says you may pay white and tap 4 untapped creatures you control with flying rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Oh, and on top of that, it gives other creatures we control flying indestructible. So this protects our entire team except for Sephara, and yeah, that's well worth either the 7 mana or tapping for creatures to get this out. You know, on top of it being a 7/7 flying lifelink that is just going to get even larger thanks to our commander. But one angel you should not forget about is, of course, Mere Entity, which, yes, is technically an angel. Mere Entity is a 1/1 shapeshifter with changeling, so it's every creature type all the time, and it costs 2 and a white. It has pay X until end of turn, creatures you control have base power and toughness XX and gain all creature types. This can help our team hit incredibly hard. I mean, our team's already going to be hitting incredibly hard with all those counters that we're going to be getting on our creatures and all those other pump effects, but this just basically says, okay, on top of that, now let me just change whatever your base power and toughness is to whatever I can dump into this X mana ability. So yeah, if I can dump 7 mana into it, cool. All my creatures are 7/7s, and yeah, I mean, most of them are evasive with flying, and you know, some got lifelink, and they also have all those counters on them and pump effects, so you're gonna have a massive army because of this lovely angel. Now, when it comes to commanders that are going to want this new angel in the 99 of their deck, well, Lyra Dawnbringer is the first one that comes to my mind. And actually, there's going to be an interesting debate on, you know, which is the better angel to have as your commander, I am sure. Regardless, Lyra Dawnbringer is a 5/5 angel with flying, first strike, and lifelink, and other angels you control get +1/+1 and have lifelink. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, whichever one you choose as the commander, the other one is going to be great in the 99 of the other deck. And of course, each of these commanders, you know, have their pluses and minuses. I mean, I'm going to lean toward, you know, our new angel being probably the better angel tribal commander out of the two. Just lower to the ground, you know, just 2 mana can help you get other angels out and can make your angels a lot bigger than just a +1/+1. Yeah, the lifelink is nice, but still. But it's not up to me. It's definitely up to all the angel tribal fans out there to really decide. Next up, a different kind of commander that can also be built Angel Tribal is Kaalia of the Vast, though this one does build a bit differently. Because whenever Kaalia the Vast attacks an opponent, you may put an angel, demon, or dragon creature from your hand on the battlefield tapped and attacking that opponent. Now, some players build a mix of the 3 tribes, some players build, you know, Demon Tribal or Dragon Tribal or just Angel Tribal, so obviously I'm speaking toward, you know, the Angel Tribal deck specifically. That being said, obviously it's not the most powerful thing to, you know, cheat out a 2 mana creature, but you probably won't be doing that. You're probably going to be utilizing that trigger to cheat out a bigger angel. Still, getting your new angel down early, though, can be fantastic. Obviously, it can help you cast other angels. Unfortunately, Kaalia is not an angel. It is a human cleric. But yeah, obviously, your angels can grow throughout the game with the more and more angels that you either cast, you know, and get into play, or you cheat into play with this. But now as this episode is coming to a close, it's time for me to give you my final thoughts on Giada, Font of Hope. Yeah, this is a powerhouse of a 2-mana creature. I mean, I definitely did not expect something like this in this set, and yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of Angel Tribal fans out there that are really excited for this. Now, will Giada overtake, you know, that top spot of Angel Tribal Commander? Time will tell. That being said, there are plenty of other exciting spoilers from this set, and yeah, make sure you check out my other quick takes on those spoilers, and of course, there are going to be even more quick takes coming in the near future. And with that, the show is coming to a close, so it's my turn to hear from you. So in the comments below, let me know your thoughts on this episode are, and as always, thanks again, and have a good one.